I'm just going to take you through another Pilates workout today. I hope that you're doing as well as can be expected and are finding ways to take care of yourself and your families and your loved ones. I think that this Pilates workout would be appropriate to do just if you need to reset yourself in your body. It would be nice to wake up to, but also to do prior to doing a dance class, should you be trying to do two on the same day. So we're going to get started. We're going to start seated, and you're going to be right on top of your sits bones, but be careful that you're not forcing that position. So just feeling elongation through your spine. You're going to be inhaling through the nose, and on the exhale we're going to round down. And then we're just going to be inhaling and exhaling. Now when you go through these breaths, you're going to continue on. Inhale and exhale. You want to try to focus on an expansion more into the back and side ribs on the inhale, and on the exhale softening the ribs at the front. So 3, and then rolling up. Inhale, rolling back down, exhale. So again, inhale, just letting the air float in. And exhale all the way out. And inhaling. And exhale, so just preparing your mind and body, getting ready to focus. And inhale. And exhale. Rolling up on the inhale. So we're going to come onto our backs. I put a little towel down to support my head. Most people won't need it, but in particular, if you're rounded in your shoulders or you know your head is forward, you might want a little bit just to lessen the strain on your neck. So coming down onto your backs, finding a neutral position. So we'll take a moment here. You want to feel your whole face is to the ceiling, no strain in the back of the neck, wide collarbones, bottom ribs down, letting your body be supported by the floor. There should be a little bit of airflow underneath your lower back, neutral and heavy pelvis, and then legs coming right out from your hip joint. And we're going to, again, inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And again, inhaling. On the end of that exhale, let the air out so much that you can feel those abdominals just firm up gently. So dropping those abdominals down towards your spine. And inhale. And exhale. Everything funnels down and in. Letting those front ribs drop. One more inhale. And exhale. Just to prepare the lower back, we're going to go into imprint and release. That's the one where you're tilting your pelvis slightly. So you start in your neutral position on the inhale. I'll have my arms up just to demonstrate. Exhale, engage the abdominals so that the lower back lengthens. So I'm bringing my ribs and hips closer to one another. And then inhale, I'm lengthening back to neutral. And I'm being careful that I'm not overarching my lower back in the other direction. So inhaling and exhaling, gliding the ribs down, letting the hips come up gently. Inhale to neutral. Exhaling to the imprint. exhaling to neutral. Now we're going to go into the knee fall outs. The knee fall outs are a version of that hip release that we did in the last class. These are the ones where we're trying to move the leg independently of the pelvis. So I'm going to keep my pelvis weighted, almost like my pelvis is dropping down into some wet cement. I'm going to inhale in place, and on the exhale, I'm going to let my leg go to the side only as far as it can go without my pelvis following. Back up on the inhale, and other side. And inhale. And exhale. So it's really hard to feel the front of the body. You don't have any feedback there. So see if you can feel the back of your body as you're going through this. Continue with that same breath pattern. And you want to keep that weightedness on the back of the pelvis. Keep going. Almost like there's a magnet between the front of your pelvis and the earth. So you're really weighted and heavy and controlled. Exhaling away. Inhaling up. And exhaling away. Inhaling up. And last one here, exhale. And inhale. We're going to come into side lying. So in side lying, your arm can be like a pillow. We do want to be careful that we don't just relax here. So you want to feel the length of your spine, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. We're going to do some spinal rotations. If you feel stress in your lower back when you're doing this, then you're just going to tuck your legs in a little bit more. That way your lower back will start rounded and we'll be moving the upper back, which is what we're trying to do. So it's inhale, reaching the arm up, eyes follow the hand. Exhale, my abdominals are gently engaged as I rotate. Inhale here. Exhale here, see if I can release a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale, engage the abdominals as you come back. Now we're trying to keep the pelvis relatively stable, but there may be a little bit of shifting, and that's okay. We're going to have some forgiveness there. So it's inhale, reaching up. Exhaling to rotate, gentle abdominal engagement. Inhale, three-dimensional expansion of the ribs. Exhale, release all the way out. Inhale. And exhaling to close. One more time. Reaching up on the inhale. Exhaling to rotate. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhaling to close. And then we'll do that on the other side. So here we are, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, arm is my pillow, reaching up on the inhale, and then exhaling to spiral open. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhaling, and exhaling to close. And again, inhale, reaching up. And exhale to spiral and open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, abdominals engage as you close. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to spiral and open. Inhale. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to do an exercise called scapula isolations. The purpose of this exercise, because we're going to be doing it on our hands, is going to be to work a little muscle called your serratus anterior. This is the muscle that helps snug your shoulder blades up against the back of your rib cage. So if you're one of those people that kind of wings their shoulder blades or has a hard time stabilizing, this is a great exercise for you. When we come onto hands and knees, you want to be careful not to hyperextend your elbows. So if the creases of your elbows can face in towards each other, that will help you work the muscles around your arms a little bit more. We're going to try to start in neutral, and on the inhales, we're going to allow our chest to drop towards the floor so that the shoulder blades wrap around the back. And then on the exhale, you're going to press away and feel them wrapping around the other direction. So it's inhale, control the lower down, make sure you're not hyperextending the elbows. Exhaling, press away. Inhaling. It's almost like your sternum or your heart is dropping towards the floor. Now you're trying to bring your heart back up in between those shoulder blades. And lowering on the inhale. And pressing back on the exhale. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going into the cat stretch. You want to keep that snugness of the shoulder blades, hands spread wide. Again, not locking in the elbows. Inhaling in place here. Exhale, you're going to sequence from tail to head. So you're going to roll through your pelvis, your lower back, your ribs come up, your heart comes up, your head drops down. Inhale there, big three-dimensional breath. And then exhale, lengthen out through your tailbone. Sequence through the lower back. Keep those shoulders stabilized. You get to neutral and then you keep growing, growing, growing. Keep the abdominals tight. You're in a little bit of extension. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, sequencing into the round back. Inhaling in your round back. Exhaling. Sequencing and lengthening. Make sure you're not just dropping everything into that extension. Try to keep it under control. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding the back. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Lengthening out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, roll your pelvis right on top of the femurs. Pick your belly up, your ribs up, your sternum up. Let your head drop down. Breathe into those tight spots on the inhale. And exhale. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. All the way into a little bit of extension. Okay, take a break for a second. Rest your paws. We're going to do a stability exercise here because we are on hands and knees already. This is a swimming prep in the Pilates repertoire, but it's also called bird dog in the physical therapy realm. So same strategies, not locking the elbows, stabilizing through the shoulder blades. Abdominals are tight because gravity is working against them now. So we have to keep pulled up so we don't sink in the lower back. You're going to inhale in place, and on the exhale, you're going to slide your opposite arm and leg out. Ideally, this is perfect, and there's no rotation. I'm inhaling, and then on the exhale, I want to be so sneaky. I'm going to bring everything in, and I'm trying not to shift. Inhale. Then I go to the other side, exhaling out. Inhale. And exhaling in. And inhale, check those shoulder blades. Exhale out. Now, if you bring your arms and legs too high, you're going to extend. So make sure you're not going too high there. You did an inhale in place, you're bringing back in on the exhale. Secret weight change. And reaching out. abdominals tight, reaching out. Hold, inhale. Bring it in on the exhale. And last one, inhale. Exhale. Keep a long neck. Inhale. And in on the exhale. So we're going to come onto our backs and we're going to do hip rolls, which is just an opportunity to articulate your spine. This is one that most people would not want a support for their head for. If you have a very severe curve in your upper back, and when you're lying down, you're like this, then yes, you might want it. But otherwise, we just don't want to get close the throat. So you want to make sure that you're only using this when necessary. So we regroup and find neutral. Legs are parallel. Try to feel your big toe joints, little toe joints, and heels on the ground. Wide collarbone here. Feel the back bottom ribs down, but be careful that you're not popping those ribs up. So soften the sternum. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to imprint. Then you're going to press into the heels and engage your glutes. And you're going to sequence your spine off of the mat, one bone at a time. Lengthen out through the knees. Be careful to keep lengthening through the tailbone. Inhaling at top. Exhale, soften the sternum. Articulate through the rib cage. Gently stretch the lower back. Land your pelvis. Lengthen to neutral. Inhaling there. Exhale. Zip that pubic bone up. Press into the heels. Lengthen out bone by bone. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling. Rolling down. Bone by bone. Inhaling in neutral. Exhaling. Zip those skinny jeans up as you roll up bone by bone. Keep that collarbone wide. Inhale at the top. Exhaling, rolling down. Excuse me. One more. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling at the top and rolling down on the exhale. I just want to clarify one thing on that exercise. If your hip flexors are tight or you know that you have a tendency to sink in your lower back, you may not be able to go up that high. So if my hip flexors are tight and this is as far as I can go staying neutral, I don't want to go further and cause that pressure in my lower back. So just make sure that you're only going up to the height that you can control. We're going to do a little lower ab exercise now. I'm going to choose to have my towel back underneath my neck because sometimes I strain my neck and I want to avoid that. So I'm going to have a little bit of support. Now, we're going to imprint the lower back. So that's the one when you engage the abdominals, your ribs and hips come closer towards each other at the front because your lower back has lengthened down towards the ground. Then, abs are on. I'm going to bring one leg up to tabletop. I'm going to maintain that position of my lower back. I'm going to bring my other leg up to tabletop. Still, and maintain that position. My abs are on. I'm trying to draw those abdominals down. I'm going to inhale in place. Exhale, I'm going to hinge my toes towards the floor. Back up on the inhale. And exhale. This is all about controlling your lower back. And exhale, tap. Inhale up. And exhale, tap. So as soon as you start to feel a shape change underneath your lower back, that's where the movement stops for you. What we don't want to see is a lot of tension in the neck or the lower back arching as you go, because that's not going to help you with that stability we're looking for through your midsection. And up. And last one there. Now we're going to make it harder, legs glued together. Range of motion may be limited here, that's okay. You're gonna inhale in place and exhale. Squeeze those legs as you hinge down and back up, and that's it for me. And exhale. If you can tap the floor, good on you. But if all you're doing is tensing everything else and hurting your back, it's not necessary. We're just trying to warm up those lower abs so you know where they are. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale up. Bring one foot down, bring the other foot down, and refine neutral. We're going to go into the ab preps. Ab preps, you don't have to have your hands behind the head, but if you know you have a tendency to strain your neck, then use your arms. Otherwise, you can have your hands down by your side. So I'll demo it both ways. You choose the one that works for you. You're going to inhale, lengthen the back of the neck to nod the chin. The head stays down. We're just turning on these deep neck flexors to help support the neck. On the exhale, soften the sternum to peel your head, neck, and shoulders off. Inhale there, and lowering down on the exhale. Second version, hands come behind the head. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, peel up. Inhale here. And exhale, lower. Every time, reset that neck position, get those deep neck flexors on. Try to find and maintain neutral with your lower back. Inhale, lowering down on the exhale. My eyes are looking just above my knees here so that I don't put my head in a funny position. Inhale, nodding the chin. Exhale, peeling up. Inhale, and exhale, lower. This is just a mini sit-up. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, peeling up, just from the shoulder blades up. Inhale, and exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, draw the abdominals in, heavy pelvis. Inhale. And exhale, lower. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, peeling up. Inhale at the top. And exhale, lower. Now we're going to flip onto our stomach and do a little bit of extension work. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you know you have a tendency to sink in your lower back, then you can put a little support underneath your hip bones that will bias your lower back to be more lengthened. So what I did is I folded up my towel, and I'm going to stick my towel right over my hip bones, but not over my pubic bone, so that when I lie down, my lower back has an opportunity to lengthen more. Okay, here we are. So you want to start lengthening that tailbone down, drawing the abdominals up. Legs can be together or hip distance, and elbows are bent, not too narrow because we want to keep the shoulders open. Your legs are engaged. Your tush is gently engaged. On the inhale, you lengthen through the top of the head. And then on the exhale, keep the abdominals drawn in as you extend the upper back. Inhale here, and lower on the exhale. And again, inhale, wide collarbone and lengthen. Exhale, reach the sternum away. Try to bend from right underneath the tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, and exhale, lower. Lengthen that lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Lift, lift, lift. Keep those abdominals drawn up. Inhale. And exhale. Lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhaling up. Belly in. Wide collarbone. Inhale. And exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, draw those abdominals in, lengthen through the tailbone. Exhale, up. Inhale, and lower on the exhale. We're going to do a second version, no hands. We're trying to work these muscles right in between the shoulder blades that help support your back. So arms by the side, collarbone wide, now on a 2 breath. It goes up on the inhale, down on the exhale, and up, and down, and inhale, and exhale, and up, and down. Keep long through your tailbone, and lift, and down. 3 more, and down. 2 more, down. Last one, and lower. We're going to press back into a round back. Shell stretch position. Breathe into your lower back just in case you felt a little bit of tension there. And we're going to come down on our mats one more time on our stomach. We're going to add a little bit of single leg extension. So the reason why I want to do this is I know a lot of you are dancers, or maybe all of you watching this are dancers, and it's important that when we do an arabesque that we find that movement first in our hip before we involve our backs. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to lengthen out through the leg as much as possible. Lift the leg only as far as it can go before it changes the position of the pelvis or the back. So it's going to be small, but this is an essential movement. So we're going to do it parallel, and then we'll repeat it turned out. You can have your head down. I'm just going to turn my head because I want you to be able to hear me, okay? So I'm lengthened through my spine, my abdominals are zipped up, and I'm going to lengthen and lift on the inhale, lower on the exhale. Change to the other side. Keep drawing the abdominals in, lengthen and lift. And down, lengthen and lift, and down. It's inhale up and down, other side, and down, and lift, and up, lift. One more each side, and other side. Turned out, same thing. Lengthen and lift, and lower. Don't go too high. This is for you to try to separate your parts. Just the leg. Keep the abdominals pulled up, down. Just the leg, and down. Inhale, reach, down, and reach. Pretend like your legs are coming all the way from the ribs, front of the ribs. Lengthen in all the way out through your big toe. Lengthen and reach. Lengthen and reach. Last one. And rest. Okay, moving on. We're going to go into an exercise called the half roll back, which we have done before. So this one, you can have your legs together or hip distance. I like to do hip distance. It kind of opens up my lower back a little bit more, but some people might feel like they're getting more stability with their legs glued together. So you start rounded forward. Make sure your collarbone is wide. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, and you're going to roll back. We're trying to open up this space at the front of the hips. Keep the collarbone open, no tension in the neck. Inhale. Exhale, re-engage the abdominals to curve forward. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop the abdominals and rolling back. Inhale. Exhale. Forward. Inhale here. Exhale. scoop the abdominals, roll back, keep the belly back. Inhale here, keep the belly back. Exhale, try to keep the belly back as you come forward. It will intensify that ab work. Inhale, keep the collarbone open. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale. Exhale. Curve forward. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling back. Inhale here. Exhale, curving forward. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling back and rolling all the way down. We're going into the roll up. Just make sure I stay in the picture. Legs can be together or hip distance. Again, together might give you more stability. Hip distance might help you move your lower back a little bit better. Arms are reaching back now, but make sure here you didn't just displace your rib cage. Keep the length of your spine. Keep those back bottom ribs down. On the inhale, you float your arms to the ceiling. You add in that little nod of the chin. You go through your ab prep, softening the sternum. You imprint your spine and then you peel smoothly up and you curve forward to make the shape of a paper clip. Start rolling back on the inhale and rolling down on the exhale. And again, inhale, arms float, nod the chin, exhale, ab prep, imprint, don't jam the chin. Make sure you see everything. Don't just go directly to look at your feet. Start rolling back on the inhale and finishing on the exhale. Now, if that is not as smooth as you would like it, you can try a couple variations. Whoops, my sock just came off. Okay, you can do knees bent, you can do inhale. Otherwise, keep going, you guys. Exhale. You can use your hands on your legs to help assist you to come up. And then start rolling down. Inhale, and again, when you think you're going to lose control, just use your arms to help you. And inhale, ab prep, imprint. You keep going on whichever one's working for you. You can also add a little towel underneath your lower back if it feels like you're just having a hard time getting movement through there. So as we come up, it just gives you a little bit more feedback so you have something to press into. It might smooth it out for you. Rolling back down, bone by bone. And then we're going to come all the way up one more time. Inhale. Exhale, smoothly rolling up. If you had tight pants on for that one, you might have to pull your pants up because sometimes they wiggle down. Now we're going to go into the twist. So the twist is working on spinal rotation, working on your oblique abdominals. You can sit crisscross applesauce. If this is too tight on your hips, you can always roll up your mat to elevate you a little bit. So you could fold it up once or twice or get yourself a pillow so you can be propped up a little bit more. You can also do this exercise with your legs out straight in front of you. So here you are. You're sitting upright. You're being careful that you're not popping those ribs forward. So we want to feel the length of the spine through the back of our body. We inhale. On the exhale, you're going to rotate 1, go a little further 2, go a little further 3, inhale, center. Exhale, 1, and 2, and 3, inhale, center. Lengthen, exhale, 1, and 2, and 3. Inhale, long spine, grow taller, and exhale, 1, and 2, and 3. Inhale. When you lengthen, make sure you don't grip your hip flexors. Keep those front of the hips soft. Exhale, 1, and 2, and 3. Inhale, center, and one more, 1 and 2 and 3. Inhale and relax. We're about to go into our abdominal series. Before we go into the abdominal series, I do want to take a little hamstring stretch for those of you that are feeling a bit tighter. So this is going to be, I'm using my towel to assist. Some of you might not need that. You're just going to put your foot in the towel and we're going to straighten that leg up. Let's get that back of the leg long. Now while you're here, be careful that you didn't hike that hip up, okay? You want to square those hips up. Try to stay in neutral as best you can and feel the length from the back of your sits bone all the way up through your heel. Keep breathing, and then gently you can go into that. Now when you're dancing, it is appropriate that at some point you start tilting your pelvis and going further. But right now we're just going to try to isolate that stretch out of the hamstrings. And then let's change to the other side. Find the stretch. Deepen into it. Check your pelvis. Feel the length of the back of the legs. Breathing. See if we can get a little bit more. Okay. So we're going to go through the abdominal series. The first exercise is called single leg stretch. If you want to get the coordination, it's always outside hand to the outside of the ankle, inside hand to the inside of the knee, and then you change. So it makes like little railroad tracks. Now, let me just adjust this. If your neck gets tired, you can either take your hands to the back of the head or let your head come back down. You can still do good abdominal work even if your head is down, all right? So I'm going to imprint the spine. You could do this in neutral, but imprinted is going to bring in your abdominal muscles, your oblique abdominals, which will help give you more stability. So imprinted, legs come up to tabletop. Inhale. On the exhale, we peel up, and then it's single leg stretch. Inhale, and exhale, and exhale, and inhale, exhale, exhale, and inhale. Keep your legs parallel. Exhale, pelvis stable. Exhale, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Legs together on the inhale, lower on the exhale. The next one is obliques. The legs are the same, but you're rotating your spine. Keep your pelvis still. Hands come to the back of the head. Inhale, peel up on the exhale, and here we go. Inhale, and exhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and exhale, and 4 more on each side, and 3 more, and exhale, and 2 more. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, legs together, lower down. Double leg stretch. This one, the hands, it's as if you're taking off a top hat, so it goes up and circle around. The arms stay in front of the body. Don't let your arms go behind your body because that will pull your back towards the floor. So it's inhale, up on the exhale, inhale, exhale, arms and legs reach, and around, and 2, inhale, low legs make it harder, and around, and 4, and around, stay curved, and 5, and around, and 6, and around, and 7, and around, Last one, 8. Inhale, lowering down, going into scissors. Inhale, peel up on the exhale, legs come up. Inhale, exhale, pulse the legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Just a few more. Exhale, up, exhale, up. 2 more. Keep the pelvis still. Last one. Inhale, lowering down. Bring your feet onto the ground. Find neutral with your pelvis. We're going into the shoulder bridge exercise. Shoulder bridge, you do a hip lift, but no articulation of your lower back. So your lower back stays in neutral the whole time. So you inhale in place. Exhale, you press the hips directly up. Inhale there. Lower directly down. So neutral to neutral. Let's try just a few of those. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. One more simple. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. We're going to add a développé to it. So I'll talk you through it. You inhale. You press up on the exhale like you did. Left leg takes the weight. Inhale, bend and stretch. Développé the right leg. Exhale, bring it down. Try to avoid looking like you're shifting. Other leg up. Exhale, down. And again, right. Développé up. Hips stay level. And down. Keep those abs on. Tight tush. Up. And down. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower directly down. One more time, starting with the left. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Développé, inhale. Exhale, lower. And right. And lower. And left. And lower. And right. Inhale, lower down on the exhale. Carefully come up. We're going to do the saw, which is one of my favorite exercises. So, fix my hair. On the saw, your legs start a little bit wider than your hips. You sit up as tall as possible. Now, again, if your hamstrings are tight, we have the option of rolling that mat up. You start with your arms out to the side, and it starts like the twist. On the inhale, you spiral and rotate. This back arm turns under. Then I roll down and I reach my arms in opposite directions. I roll back up, unwind that arm, and come to center. Inhale, spiral and rotate. Exhale, sequencing down. Sequencing back up. And center. Now this is not a hamstring stretch, so side view of this, you don't want to hinge. Try to stay neutral, and we're trying to articulate the spine. So it's inhale, rotate, exhale, rolling down. Try to keep the weight on both sits bones, rolling back up, and center. Inhale, spiral and rotate. Exhale, roll down, reach, reach, reach in opposite directions. Rolling back up. And center, one more each side. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down, reach, reach, reach. Feel a stretch in your back. Rolling up. And center. And inhale. Rolling down on the exhale. Rolling back up. And center. Good. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do some side lying leg exercises. So we're coming into our side lying position, back how we were in the beginning, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Try to keep your waist lifted. We'll start with clamshells. Clamshells are supposed to work these lateral rotators that you use to turn out. So if you're not feeling it back here, we need to do something about it. Think of squeezing your heels, think of squeezing your sits bones together, and if that's still, you're feeling it here, try to take your legs a little bit further back in space. Make sure you're not arching your back, opening on the exhale, down on the inhale. Exhale and down. Try to keep an awareness through your whole body, so stay long through the top of the head. Keep the abdominals tight. 5, sometimes I'm not good at counting, but let's say that was 5, 6, and down, 7, and down, 8, and down, 9, and down, and 10. We're going to do 12, and 11, and 12. Now we're going to do, instead of clamshells, we're going to do shrimp internal rotation up and down. Again, we're still working behind the front of the hip for this one. This is going to be more some of your fibers of your gluteus medius. Up and down. 5 and down. 6 and down. 7. If you don't have a lot of turn in, you can put something between your knees to start you turned out, and then just go to parallel to work the same muscles. And 10. Legs long. Zip those abdominals up. Lengthen through your spine. Top leg lifts. Flex and lower. Now try to keep your pelvis still on these. Up and down. So don't kick too high. Up and down. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, lower. And 5. Keep those abdominals on. Waist lifted. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. We're going to work the inner thighs. Sometimes I will put something here to hold my leg up. For example, a little towel roll, so that I can have a better chance of staying more neutral. And then bottom leg lifts and down. 2 and down. And 3 and down. And 4 and down. And 5 and down. And 6 and down. And 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. We need to do all that on the other side. We started with 12 clamshells, and then we just went to 10 of everything else. So it's shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, waist lifted. Try to maintain awareness of your body throughout. Exhale and inhale. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going into shrimp, internal rotation, and down. 2, this is unfamiliar but good for you. 3, and down. 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Then we're going to straighten our legs out, zip the abdominals up, lengthen through your tailbone, point and lift, flex and lower, and 2, and lower, and 3, and lower, and 4, and lower, and 5. Keep the pelvis still, waist lifted, long through the top of the head. 7, I think it was 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Last one, little support under the knee, and it's bottom leg and down. So you should be working your inner thighs. 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down, and 5. Some people have to put a towel under their hip because it's a little bony, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Hooray! Just 2 more Pilates exercises left, okay? We're going to do a swan dive prep. Swan dive goes into a bigger back extension. The purpose of this exercise is to try to feel the abdominal control for your lower back, not to show off your range of motion. So on this one, your legs are apart and turned out. Starts the same as your breaststroke prep. We inhale, lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale, lift the ribs up. Lift your belly. Lift your hip bones. Keep your abdominals in. Open your sternum on the inhale, and then lengthen down on the exhale. Let me tuck my shirt in, because I want you to see that I'm really trying not to sink in my lower back. So we do. Inhale, exhale, up, 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 up. So here, lifting the sternum. I could go there, but I just dropped in my lower back. So I'm really trying to keep those abdominals tight. Inhale, and lowering down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, grow, grow out, grow out, grow out, grow out, grow out. Lift your sternum, inhale, and exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, grow this way first. So long that you finally have to extend. Inhale, and lower. And 1 more. Inhale, exhale, up, 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 up. Keep active in your legs, keep active in your glutes. Inhale, and lowering down. Press back into your shell stretch 1 more time. Stretch out your lower back, take a couple breaths. Okay, 3 side bends on each side. So, when you start, I'm going to do small, medium, and large. If you know which one you like, you can go ahead and do it. We're always trying to make sure that in the side bends we don't arch our back. So I need to place my hand in line with where my weight is going on my lower body. So I'm in the center because I'm going to go up on my shins. Widen the collarbone, try to stabilize through the shoulder girdle here. You're going to go up on the inhale. Open up those ribs at the top, and then control down on the exhale. That was small. Medium, top, hip, that leg comes forward. And again, halfway up, stabilize through the shoulder. Inhale. And exhale down. Then we go into the biggest one, all the way up. Inhale. and exhale down. We'll do those on the other side. So here we are. Stabilize through the shoulder, make sure the ribs aren't popping. Up on the inhale, side bend. Oh, that feels so good. And exhale down. And second one, inhale, coming forward and side bend. And exhale down. And third one, all the way up. Inhale. And exhale down. Okay, guys, that is the end of the Pilates section of the workout. Normally I would go and do a roll down just to finish it off, but I'm going to put like a little asterisk at the end for those of you that may be going into a dance class right away. I want to give you a few exercises that you could do that will just finish off your workout. So if you have a TheraBand, go grab one. So we're going to do these little exercises that will help strengthen your toes for those of you that are doing point work or would like to, or would even like to have better control through your feet. Working your toes, you're going to take your TheraBand and fold it in half, and then you're going to wrap it under one toe, and we're going to do one toe at a time. I have to assist myself because I have a bunion, but I want to keep my toes straight, and I'm pressing down on the exhale, up on the inhale. So 10 in a row. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next one. Here we go. 1, 2, toes pressing down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next one. 1, 2, 3. You want your toes to stay long. 4. You don't want them to crunch. 5. So it's flat. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one on this foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other foot. I have my little correct toes in to help with my feet. So here we go. Fold it over, big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't see this, but I'm trying to direct my foot. You probably don't need to. 8, 9, 10. Next one. 1, 2, flat toe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, left foot. Next toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next ones. 1, 2. It's a little toe, so it makes a little sound. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next exercise for the whole foot. I'll do it this way, back to the right foot. You're going to put your whole foot in the band, okay? And we're gonna do pointing ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle, 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 ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle. Last one on this side. Da and ta, ti, ta. Other side. Ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle, ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle, ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle, ankle, foot, toes, toes, foot, ankle. 2 more. La, da, ti, ta, ta. Last one. There, here, you go. Next exercise. Space. I hope you can see this. Back up a little bit. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to be swinging my right foot down and out, and up and in. Down and out. So I'm working the outside of my ankle. In. Just working a little bit of ankle stability. And in. So I'm almost like pointing down and in. Pointing down and in. This is for your ankle stabilizers. Out and in. 2 more and in. Last one and in. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other foot. And it goes out and in. And 2 and in. And 3 and in. And 4 and in. This one is harder for me. 5 and in. And 6 and in. And 7 and in. There we go. And 8. Finally I got it. In. And 9. Finally I got the movement. 10. Then cross over. It goes in and out. Now the inside of the ankle. 2 and in. Pointing down. We're just sweeping in and out. Down and down. Down, down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. And last one, last side. You can see I'm crossing this over. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 So, I could spend another 20 minutes just doing foot exercises, but that is probably a pretty thorough workout slash warm-up for you. I hope that you take care of yourselves. I miss everyone. Can't wait until we're together again, but until then, guess I'll see you or not see you in some of these virtual classes.